What if fame was the deadliest quirk of all, turning shadows into spotlights? Imagine the slick sheen of unauthorized merch in your hands, the faint scent of cheap ink mixing with the adrenaline rush of a high-speed chase, the echo of footsteps pounding pavement like a heartbeat out of control. It's reminiscent of the underground resistance in history's civil rights movements, where unsung activists risked everything without acclaim, or the masked crusaders' duality in Spider-Man, where heroism breeds unintended celebrity. In Vigilante Boku no Hero Academia Illegals Season 2 Episode 3, released on January 19, 2026, we shift from the Osaka incident's chaos into the team-ups arc, where vigilante life collides with pro-hero scrutiny. This episode hit me like a sudden spotlight in the dark, unsettling, illuminating, stirring questions of identity. When does a helper become a hero or a target? You feel the crowd's gaze burning your back, hear the whir of speeding villains closing in, and suddenly, you're not safe on the sidelines. You're there, breath-catching, craving to know if alliance or betrayal awaits in the next shadow. Streaming on Crunchyroll, Episode 3 follows Episode 2's Mall Rampage resolution, where Koichi's quirk evolution turned the tide against number SIXS schemes. Now back in Narahata, Koichi grapples with bootleg merch of the Crawler, his vigilante alter ego, while Kazuho balances her pop-step idol life. A new high-speed villain, enhanced by trigger remnants from the villain factory, terrorizes the streets, forcing Koichi into action. Enter pro-heroes Eraserhead, Aizawa, and Midnight, who propose a rational team-up to probe the drug network. The episode builds to a tense pursuit, with Koichi's glide syncing with Pro's tactics, ending on a hint of deeper factory plots. It's like the alliance formation in the Avengers, where lone wolves unite against shadows, leaving you tense, pondering, what secrets lurk in this partnership? The transition amps the investigation, drawing you irresistibly forward. Plot progression elevates the narrative by bridging Osaka's fallout to broader villain factory hunts, revealing Koichi's rising fame as a double-edged sword. Merch exposes him, but team-ups offer protection. A twist, the high-speed villains B connection links back to Queen Bee, clarifying fan confusion on Reddit about lingering arcs. Manga chapters 36 to 38 explain it's a deliberate echo, showing Factory's adaptive experiments. Pacing blends everyday humor with bursts of action, balanced like a tightrope walk. No overloads, just escalating intrigue ending on a cliffhanger alliance test. Twitter fans debate cloudy aspects like Aizawa's trust in vigilantes. From the manga, it's rooted in his underground hero ethos, providing context that vigilantes aren't rivals but gap fillers in a flawed system. Previous episodes built Koichi's growth. This one unveils the show's core, hero society's gray areas, where illegals challenge norms. Character development probes Koichi's psyche. His wound of inadequacy fuels surprise growth, choosing team-ups over solo risks, transformative, consistent with his helper roots. Kazuho's motivations blend ambition and loyalty, her choices surprising in vulnerability. Aizawa's stern facade hides empathy, his dialogue sharp yet guiding. Midnight adds seductive strategy, her growth in adapting to illegals. Themes of power and morality unfold. Sacrifice means sharing the burden. Hope defies despair when Koichi glides alongside pros, manifesting like historical coalitions in World War alliances. World-building expands with factory lore. Trigger creates instant villains, complicating quirks as tools or curses. Dialogue cuts poetic. Lines like, "Fame isn't a quirk, it's a chain for shadow dangers," echoing Bob Dylan's words on Celebrity's Cage, resonating deep. You're there, fingers brushing fake merch, wind from the chase tangling your hair, wondering, could you trust a pro in your hidden fight? Under art director Yukihiro Watanabe and director Kenichi Suzuki, animation surges with fluidity. Neon streets in blues and yellows symbolize hidden fame's glow, shadows stretching during chases to evoke pursuit's dread. Stillness in merch scenes contrasting frantic movement. Beauty signifies exposure. The flash of quirks isn't mere spectacle, it's the vulnerable light of recognition. Direction deploys overhead angles for chases, dynamic compositions framing alliances, editing rhythms accelerating like pulses in tension. The soundtrack pulses as a relentless pursuer. Racing motifs during pursuits etch into memory, crescendos heighten team-ups, but silence? It looms in reflective pauses, louder than chaos. Voice acting captivates. Shuichiro Yumida as Koichi conveys tremor-laced determination, embodying a soul awakening to partnership. Junichi Suwabe's Aizawa delivers gravelly intensity, his timbre a mentor's weary resolve. Akino Watanabe's Midnight infuses sultry tremor, her voice a seductive command. This episode scarred me with its emotional heft, wonder flared in the team-up synergy, but despair struck in fame's isolation, like the lone whistleblower in All the President's Men. It's a collision of destinies where illegals meet pros, breaking isolation forever. Linking universal queries. In Power's grip, is collaboration survival or surrender? Like the Underground Railroad's secret pacts, climax, it asks, what alliances would you forge in shadows? You taste the sweat of the chase, hear the merch crinkle like a warning, carry Koichi's newfound weight, and question. In your world, what hidden fame might chain you? I acknowledge pacing's occasional lulls in setup, or alliance opacity for newcomers, but reframe them as deliberate, mirroring manga's gradual reveals, enhancing thematic grayness. Episode 3's strengths, evolving characters, thrilling pursuits, moral depth, surpass minor setups, triumphing as narrative bridge and emotional thrill. So, as spotlights pierce the night and allies beckon, ask yourself, will you glide solo, or team up to unravel the factory's web? It's not optional. It's your plunge into heroism's gray heart.